Incremental greetings. Let's continue the Supermemo Course, the Pleasurable expansion. Now it's time to cover the status bar because we have the prerequisites. We know about the outstanding queue and the final reel. Okay, so let me go straight to my collection. So at the very bottom, by the way, if you cannot see the status bar, perhaps you have to enable it. In order to do that, go to the main menu, Window, and Status Bar. This is checked. You have some numbers here. First number in my items. This is in the entire collection. And then the number of topics. This also will include tasks, by the way. That is about 20,000 something of the entire collection. If we check the stats window at the same time, do you see at the items? Hey, isn't the same count? It's 278 versus 266. There are 12 missing. How that is possible? Because in reality, it's not everything from your collection. It's on your memorized collection. So everything that I dismissed manually, it won't be there. In other words, look at the memorized. 18,266, exactly the same count. Exactly the same count. I cannot hover with the mouse because I will be getting the Windows bar. And what about the topics? 20,963, same count. Here you go. Then out of them, so everything that is memorized, then is outstanding. And you will see the outstanding numbers for items and topics are the same, are in parentheses. And then you have the sum of those two. If I had final drill, I will have a third count here. So if I change to a different collection, you see now I have a third count, just 8. Nice. So it's telling me all of the memorized elements divided by active recall and passive review, and then the same, but only that are outstanding, are memorized, and on top of that, outstanding, including the final drill. And then the sum. That's all of the numbers, but let me add something. Can be the case that if I do something in bulk, like this, that I will be adding all of these. I forced to add all of these in my outstanding. You see now a parentheses, 967 conversions. Nice. So in that case, you get a parentheses. So it's the number of items, topics, items in the final drill, and then what has been added to the outstanding queue that were not meant to be outstanding. And then all of the summatory. Everything added up. Then, on top of that, if you remember the hints, if I go, I don't know, here, I see start learning, Control L. So, for a few seconds, I also get the same content as the hint. Good touch. And do you see that depends on where am I? It changes. Number of memorized. And one tiny detail. When this is not used, now if I press escape, by default, in the status bar, you will see this information. In other words, if I'm not pointing to any place, so I have no hint possible, it will say the interval, the priority, position, so the priority express the absolute position in the queue, the last repetition, and the next repetition, and the amount of repetitions. It's like a good touch. I suggest to keep it always at all times. It's not required. So especially when you don't need to hover on that to check what's there, you can basically disable the hints. On top of that, disable the status bar. You can get more space and you won't get triggered. Oh, well, I have so many things to do still, I get triggered. You just hide it. Remember, most of the information is already somewhere else, specifically the statistics window. So you can neglect it if you want. See you in the next video.